Hello and good morning to you. Happy Friday, November 14th, 2025. Just a reminder for myself in case I forget, which I often do. So I'll give folks a couple minutes to pop in and then I'll get started, whether you're here or you're not. A little chilly this morning, but it's going to be about 73 today, so I'm kind of happy about that. In that, I'm working on growing a sourdough starter, and Bob's just not happy because he's cold. He just is moving really, really slow, and I get it. It's, nothing much you can do about it, but I don't turn on my heat very often. Um, I have plenty of personal insulation, so there's that. So I have finished. Let me make sure that I'm live because it just seems like I'm not. Nope, it says I am. Okay. Let's turn off the volume. Let me go over to my YouTube. Go me. View channel. Live. Here. Go there. It won't go. Huh. Maybe I'm not live. You. Hey Paula, good morning. I guess I am live. It just won't pull up for me on my phone. That's fine. So, over the week, actually last Friday and then this morning, I finished the inside cover. So we're going to put the journal together. And so I've covered every bit of it. I've got some washi tape on there, some paper, more washi. And I've made here a template. And so what I did was I measured the height of this, and I have this a little bit longer, but I marked where it says bottom and top. And so I made the template. It's slightly wider, but not too bad than the thing, but I can tell that it's centered. And so I'm just going to lay this on here, making sure that it is centered. And I've got an awl here, and I'm going to poke my holes. So I have 3 signatures, so I'm poking 3 holes in each section. I kind of got that one. That one's a little bit off, but that's okay. I'm trying not to poke all the way down to my mat because I don't want to poke a hole in it. You could use your, what's that thing? Your crocodile too if you wanted to make these holes, but it makes them kind of big. So now I've got my holes ready to stitch. And see, that one seems like it's a little close, but see where my washi tape is folded? I kind of made a mess of that. And me too, I'm really loving it. Now I'm going to take this piece right here, and I'm going to grab my thingamabob. I'm going to find the center, line up the center, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. I don't know what the word is, because what I want to do is I want to fold this in half, because I'm only going to be using those center holes to poke the holes in my signatures. I don't need so much length. Get that out of my way. Morning, Blossom. Not really grunging today, pretty much, but I'm going to go ahead and really burnish that. And then what I can do is I can take my signatures, find the center. I think that's the center. And I already know that these don't all match height-wise or width-wise, but I can put my thingy in here, and I'm going to pin it down here. I have an Italian song stuck in my head. I follow this girl on Instagram named Gigi. She's a baker. She has a sourdough person. And she was playing an Italian song. So now I can just poke holes in my signature. Dang it, Bobby, I really didn't want to go all the way to the bottom. Be more careful here. And I'm using this all I bought to fix my husband's Birkenstocks forever ago. Morning, Shay. Good morning, Di. So there's my first signature, and I always put the first one in last. I put the frontmost one in last. Okay. Top. And listen, I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to these. I do them, get them the best I can, and that's good enough. But I could have done this off camera, but I did want to kind of demo it, so anybody that's not familiar can see how it's done. I'm trying to carefully do this so I don't go all the way to my mat. But also making sure that it goes through. I've been up since 3. To be fair, I probably fell asleep at 7:30 last night. Ah, dang it, Bobby. Quit doing that. And this is the backmost one. Da, 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 da. Hope you had a good birthday / anniversary, Di. And since these signatures are small, I'm not too worried. If I could just make my arm move the way I want it to, we'd be in great shape. That's not centered at all, I can tell. There. Try to get that in the middle if you can. Okay. Make sure it's through all the way. It is. Okay. So I'm going to start with the first one. Don't need this anymore. Grab my thread and go one. I always make mine too long. It doesn't matter. Because sometimes I like stuff to hang down. Went out for dinner at your favorite restaurant? Lovely. Lovely, lovely. It's hard to go to restaurants if you don't, trust. I might have some trust issues. I think that needle might be a little bit too big. Let me check my box here. I think I want a smaller needle. Yeah, that one will be perfect. I don't know what it's doing in here. It should be in there. Well, good morning, Andrea. Or Andrea. Okay. So, I'm going to thread my needle. And this is wax thread, so it's good. And I'm going to start in the center. And then I'm going to put it through, oops, let's put it through the correct hole. I'm going to put it through this back hole right here. Wait a minute, I needed to come up through. Pay attention. Pay attention. Need to come up through that back hole into these holes. Sometimes it's harder to go through the back, but I mean, this is so easy. No, I want to go in. I make up your mind. It just depends where you want your end thread to be. And if you do it this way, then you're going to have, you'll see here in a moment, come through this back one, make sure I'm in the right side. La 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 la. Okay. I'm going to come up through and go down, down through. Come here. Pull that tighter. It's way loose. There we go. I'm going to come back through. I'm going to move this guy over so it's in between. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I got these quite a bit shorter. That's all right. I'm not going to make a big deal of it. And then I'm just going to pull that as tight as I can. Pull that through. Could probably use that same piece over again. And then just making sure that these cross over the center there. And make a knot. Should have made a square knot. I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. These knots stay pretty well. That is not a square knot. This is a square knot. Trim off, go on to the next one. Okay, as long as it doesn't overhang, I don't care if it's a little short on the bottom. I obviously was not paying attention. I don't trust that that's gonna go. So, but I don't need it to be as long as the last one. You're watching me from the studio? What studio? Yeah, it is your first time catching me live that I am aware of. Okay. And so Friday mornings, if you didn't know, I do junk journaling. And I used to do it with my friend Dawn, but she took a hiatus from the internet for a while. And so I'm by myself until she comes back. Oh man, I got that way too loose. I'm going to have to untie it and tighten it up. All right, Bobby. I need to fix that right now. I don't know how it happened. Well, I do know how it happened. I'm a derpa. Getting that untied is going to be tricky. But I can do it. I have faith. I'm one of those people that will untangle the Christmas lights or untangle your jewelry. I'm that patient. The only problem is my eyesight isn't as good as it used to be. Okay, right there. Yeah, I may have to break this off. Nope, we're good. Dawn's doing well. Yes, we definitely. Oh, I got you. We definitely we communicate still. We text each other. It was funny the other morning we were both making English muffins. She texted me a picture of her English muffins and I was laughing. I'm like, "Dude, really?" Me too. I'm sure hers turned out better than mine because she's a more experienced sourdough baker. There, look at that. I fixed it. Now, this time, T, check the back. Okay, looking good. Now I can actually do a square knot. I'm just going to do one. Okay, back to business here. Where was I? I don't think I made this long enough, but I'm gonna hope. Now my stuff isn't lined up, but there's so little of it that it doesn't really matter. Okay, you're gonna come in, get in right about there, go down to the bottom. La 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 la. La 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 la. Go to the top. Don't go too tight. And through. Well, I barely made that one long enough. Nope, we were in the right spot in the beginning. Okay. No, we aren't. Get to where you need to be. Okay. I like to say this is quick and easy, and then you sit here and watch me struggle. Too loose. Tighten up. Tighten up. There we go. Morning, Dawn. Morning, Christy. Caesar salad sounds good. Did I already tie this knot? No. I don't. Good grief. Pay attention, T. Okay, we got the last signature in. And then we can begin to put, pockets and things. And I did print out a couple of recipe cards. And then also, I took out some stamps and ephemera from my Not Too Shabby. I've got lots of baking stuff that I thought would be cute in here. Okay. No, 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 no. Get everybody where they're supposed to be. What is your major malfunction here? There we go. I get where you're supposed to be. Oh my gosh. You can clip these together if you want to and make your life easy, but why would I do that? Why would I make my life easy? Let's just make everything hard. Okay, it just doesn't want to go through this one here. I think my hole's too small. There we go. My. Aren't you the persnickety one? Also, I'm doing this with my left hand. Brother, get in there. Get in the hole. Okay. Not even sure that's the same hole, but it'll be fine. It'll all be good. This is a little on the loose side, which I don't dig. There we go. Okay. Thanks, Shay. Right? Why do it easy when I can make it hard? Oh, okay, good. I'm glad that you never see it. I mean, I'm not glad that you never see it, but you know what I mean. That I could show you that it's, I mean, some people make it look really, really easy, and it is really easy if you want it to be. Okay, so there's what the back looks like, or the outer spine. That's a little bit wobbly, but I am not gonna, beat myself up over it at all. So now I can start to decorate. So for instance, I've got this page right here, and let's grab a recipe. Let's see. So I can put a pocket here, and this is a recipe for lemon huckleberry bread. If I put a pocket there, do I want to still leave it white? Maybe. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry. Let me get where you can actually see. So my recipe cards are very thin. Let's do, I want something heavy on there, just so it'll stay open. Let's grab something. And I'm just going to kind of randomly grab. Go. To go make a mark. I'm just going to fold that, and that'll be my mark. Oh, Carrie, good morning. I haven't brushed my hair either. Now I've been up since 3 o'clock, but I thought, oh, I think I'll take a shower and wash my hair after this. But 9 times out of 10, what will happen is I'll get distracted with something else and not do it. I'll say later, I'll just do it later. And let's go here. And a little thumb notch. We'll save those for other pockets. Thumb notch right in the center. I know this is a big hole puncher, but I don't care. So that's going to go here. That's going to go there. Let me get back where you can see what I'm doing. Let's grab, I think I'm going to grab ephemera. You know what? I'm going to need to dump my ephemera out because, okay, this is baking stuff, kind of. And I have so much not too shabby ephemera. Ooh. And I don't really even care if I mix them up because I never use them. Yeah. No, it's too my time. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a matter of, well, I need to let me do XYZ before I get in the shower because I'm just going to get stinky again or something. This one I had already. And I want to keep this relatively flat because, I'm going to be pulling a recipe card in and out of there. And let's do a little bit of color on there, just a little bit. Let's grab a stencil. Okay, I like this one. I'm just grabbing whatever I find. And let's grab just whatever's on my brush, but in the same color family. Just to add a little bit of personality there. Glue, glue, glue. There it is. Oh, I love cream of wheat too. With brown sugar and milk. When I was a kid, we had it with evaporated milk because I grew up poor and that's what you got that could last. And I think I want this over to the side a little bit. So this is the lemon huckleberry bread. Carrie, you have got to try this bread. It is so stinking good. I make it now with wild blueberries because I can't get my hands on huckleberries, but this came from my church when I lived in Oregon where you could get huckleberries. So just glue this pocket down, and that's going to hold my lemon huckleberry bread. I need to make some of that real soon, but it got hot again, so I can't bake till it cools off again, and it will. I mean, winter eventually comes, right? Let's decorate this guy a little bit. So what I think I'll do is stamp it. Um, I got out 3 stamps left. Here we go. I want this stamp right here. Okay. You want to take a screenshot? Or you want me to send it to you later? You can't read my handwriting. I'll send it to you later. I'll message it to you. Or maybe I'll just put it in the description box too in case anybody else. I know I love lemon yogurt. It's my favorite. I want to do this little mixing bowl, and it's got to be, certainly can't be, impede my recipe here. So I need to go with a light colored ink. Let's do pink, 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 pink. I don't want to do distress oxide, and I don't want to do a um blah 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 blah. Words are hard. I don't want to do a. Let's do sidewalk chalk. I don't want to do a dark ink or a pigment ink. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, yum. That sounds good. Okay, cool. There, just a little decoration, and it doesn't really get in the way. It's maybe a little bit on the dark side. I need Simon to make a lighter pink ink. I don't know. I have some Catherine Pooler actually that's super light. Okay, so there's that page. Now I can handwrite a recipe here, and that's probably what I'll do, like one of the longer ones. And I can do one here. Here I'll want a pocket. I think I want to make a lengthwise pocket. La 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 la. Here's my tray of scraps. I could do bear feet, penguin feet. Yeah, why not? Okay, so I just need to cut that off. Oops. There you. At the bend. Fold and right here, pencil. Yeah, I think that's a good idea doing a second generation. And that color wasn't exactly what I was looking for because it's, kind of a little bit on the purpley side. The cotton candy Catherine Puller ink would be perfect. I'll just have to get it out. I rarely ever use my Catherine Puller inks anymore. Now I don't see my pencil mark. That's because it's on the other side. Oh, the geese are cute too. That's too big. I want the bare feet. Okay. So this is going to have to go this way if I want a recipe card to tuck in there. I want to be able to grab it easily. And it's still maybe a little long. I like to have a little bit of leeway on the edges there. Things I need recipes for, like not I don't need recipes for any savory dishes, just for baking, because baking, I think we talked about this before, is an exact science. I'm looking for a better hole punch here to make smaller thumb notches. Here we go. I'm not super crazy about this punch here, but it'll work. Yeah, it just doesn't work well on thin paper. Just tears it up. Scissors. Okay, cool. So you let your salad marinate all day, or are you having salad for breakfast? Question of the day. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm coming into money. My hand itches. Oh, do you? How cool. Well, I mean, I don't have a lot of kitchen stuff. I do have quite a bit that, but a lot of my kitcheny stuff, like I've got pie from Trinity. Oh, I do have a pie. Do have a stamp set with pies in it. The only thing I need a recipe for necessarily with pie is the crust. The filling was easy. I don't want it to. Will you please sit glued for me? Pretty please. What do we have here? Where'd the rest of my recipes go? I had Mike pick these up. Okay. So I've got flaky buttermilk biscuits. Love biscuits and gravy. That's going to stick out a little bit, but I don't care. As long as it doesn't stick out beyond the lace, we're good. Okay, let's do a little bit of decorating on this. What do I want to put on here? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to leave it alone. Let's unwrap it from the store. Yeah, I mean, very true, but I don't know. I like mine more buttery than the store-bought one. Listen, I'm a butter person. Just me and Paula Deen. There, we'll give that a little bit of color. And then the other side gets a pocket. And what I'm noticing is that I need to be careful how I'm gluing my pockets. Let's do, wait, look at this. I need this bird. He's too big though. I just don't want to cut him. I don't want to cut him. Even if I fussy cut him, I'd have to put him at an angle. I mean, that wouldn't be bad at an angle. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. You guys see my scissors? Here they are. Oh, if I only had a typewriter. Good morning, Chow, because I was thinking about that too, because my handwriting is so hard to read. Um, even me reading my own handwriting, I'm like, what the heck is that? A six or an X or what is it? I'm gonna cut his legs off, poor little bird. We'll just make it so the pocket tucks over so you'd never know that he has no legs. And I'm just leaving a tiny border on here. So cute. Okay, back to business here. I'm just looking forward to having just a little something I can grab for everyday stuff. Like, I love Amish soft pretzels, but there's no way I can make those without a recipe. And then, even just for Toll House cookies, even though I know the recipe by heart, sometimes I forget if it needs 1 or 2 eggs. I know everything else. And sometimes I forget what temperature the oven needs to be. And like, I'd like to have a recipe for cooking flour so that you can eat raw dough, because you're not supposed to eat raw flour, friends. If you do, that's a problem. That can really make you sick. Oftentimes, if you're eating raw cookie dough, that's what's making you sick, not the eggs. I could have the machine. I don't have a Cricut. I do have a printer. But on the other hand, also handwriting these recipes out, if this ever gets saved for my children, or, if something ever happens to me and they come across it, maybe they would appreciate my horrible handwriting. Illegible. It's not horrible, it's just hard to read. And I use a lot of abbreviations. I used to work in the medical field, and then for years I was a medical transcriber. So I've gotten so used to abbreviations. Gotta love those macros in Corel and Word. So I know what my abbreviations mean, but some people might not. Okay, little bird. He's just gonna have to sit like this. Aw, precious. Let's get a doily. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Hang on, grab it. Figure out where I put them. Too much crap, Steve. You got too much crap. I think they're in this box. I think. Ugh. I want to use one of my handmade ones because I like those. Where are you guys? Oh, no. This happens to me every time. I put them elsewhere than where they should be, and I have no idea where they are. So, uh, yeah, your own language. For sure. For sure, for sure. Where are my doilies? Well, I'm just going to use a pre-made doily. Get over it. I can find them. Oh, there's one. These are just cheap dollar store doilies. Okay, we'll do a doily. I hate that they are like that on that part. It's annoying. Not that I can't just trim them off. I can. I have to think this through. Think it through. Think it through. Because I'm going to have to pull something out. So I'm going to have to put a tab on my recipe sheet thing. Isn't that a gorgeous bird? That's the Art House Whimsy. So on this doily, so it doesn't come up, I'm going to come all the way around the edge. Usually I'll just glue them in the center and call it done. But I want this to make sure that this stays tacked down. I'm in the mood for Italian food, obviously. I didn't eat breakfast. I had a few, might grab me on clearance somewhere. They're Cheetos brand, but they taste like churros and they're shaped like bones. Oh, they're so good. So I had a handful of those for breakfast until I can make my breakfast. I want something back behind there. Let's grab a ticket. Okay, that makes me okay. I'm okay with that. My grandmother did too, but my mother was worse than me. That's who I inherited that from, was my mom. I'm assuming. I don't know. Never seen my dad's handwriting, never met the man. Mike has good handwriting too. I'm like, dude, come here and write this for me. But he has a tendency to write in all caps. Well, he used to be in a place where writing letters was how you talk to your friends and family, so. All right, little bird, little birdie bird. Don't want your beak sticking out. I am envious of those people who can like do calligraphy and, handwrite their sentiments on their cards. Nobody wants that from me. Okay. I'm going to find something for a pocket. No, I want something in the pinks. In the pinks, please. It won't fit. The ballerinas are too tall. Okay, let's go. Let's go farther down into the scraps. Ooh, don't forget we have those. This is what happens. I drag all this crap out. And then, okay, there's nothing in the pinks. These are all kind of in blues. No problem. No problemo. Ow! Um, no. If you guys knew what I was looking through right now. All right. Where did the tray go? Here. We'll just grab my avocado dyed paper that I have scraps from. Okay, I can make a double pocket here. Yeah, mine was 100% chicken scratch. 100%. Okay, I lost where I was. Okay. Now let's I don't know what I'm thinking here. I guess I'm apparently not thinking. No, I was thinking. I was thinking. I just wasn't thinking clearly. What I'm trying to do is make a double pocket. Okay. Spare sanity. Okay. I don't know why I completely understand what you're saying. You know what? I think I'll fold this in and glue that down just for a little stability. Glue you down a little better. Trim that because I got it way crooked. Because I can't cut anything straight either, friends. There we go. Make a little notch in the top one. Boy, that barely fits, but it fits. So I will glue it down. I have to remember the width of those recipe cards when I'm doing this. Get that, keep that real close to the edge. And I could always trim the recipe card down too. That's no big deal. Now this right here is my stromboli dough. See, bird's going to get completely covered up when I have a recipe in there, unless I fold it in half, which I could certainly do. Honestly, why not? These are very thin. I asked Mike to get them for me, and I'm sure he got me the cheapest ones he could find, because that's who he is. And I want a special page for my grandmother's ebble skivers. And so we have another pocket there for another recipe. We can handwrite there. Let's do a pocket here. This has that, does this have the hidden paper clip? Or no? No. Okay. So this is an envelope. It's got the lady in there. Let's go into this pile. Ooh, there's another pretty bird. Oh my goodness, look at this bird. got an adorable rabbit. Yeah, rabbit. Rabbit wins. Okay, you're gonna lose some whiskers, guy, but you'll be okay. You'll be fine. So let's just say I've got this rabbit on here and I make him a tuck. So he becomes a tuck. Then I could tuck in small, like notes and things like that. Dun, 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 dun. Like the note of how many eggs go in Toll House cookies. Because I don't need to write out the whole recipe. I know it. Now, if a family member got hold of it, they'd have to figure the rest out. But I like, or something easy like Rice Krispie treats. Because I can never remember how many cups of marshmallows to how many cups of Rice Krispies. But I know I like a lot of marshmallow in mine. I think we'll put a piece of background paper on here too. Maybe not. He's still a little on the wide side. But if I do him right here, his little ear can go there, so I'm okay with that. Yes, those are measure with your heart. Do I want him up higher? I don't know. He can come over a little bit. If his ear sticks out a little bit, I'm not going to be mad. So I don't want this, I want to cover. Um, come here, Hugh. What do I have here? I don't want it to go up that high. I only want it to come here. Oh, oops, broke the pencil. You're in the balcony at work listening? Well, hello. How you doing? Okay, where's my pencil mark? Do you guys see it? Seriously. I know it's here. I can't see either of the pencil marks. That's insane. Did I make them on this side? What in the heck? I cannot see the pencil mark. Let me get it closer to my face. Okay, there it is. I see it now. Okay. All right. I know, right? It's just right there. Uh, this can be a little pocket as well. Okay. Oh, there's a cake there too. See, by the time you get pockets and decorations in these things, they get wide. So I'm going to make an elastic band to hold it shut. Make sure this doesn't accidentally glue the envelope shut. Let's grab a little scrap washi here. And I don't even mind if it's crazy on there. Hey. I'm gonna glue him. All right, so it's okay if I lose a little bit of that edge there. I'm gonna glue his whole ear. And I'm gonna glue. Oops, I don't want to go. No, I can't do that whole ear. Otherwise, I can't use that as a pocket. All right. Rethink your life, T. Rethink. Let's clean that off. I didn't think about that for a minute. I forgot that I've made that into a pocket. So the only part I can glue is right here. Here down. Okay. Got it. Hey, Jana. I'm worried about his ears now. I'm just going to have to be careful with him is all. So I can tuck. Well, let's just tuck a ticket in there because that's what I have handy right here. Well, that'll tuck quite a ways. Oh, actually, I can do the bottom too. Let's see about Grandma's Ebel Skibbers, if this will fit here, or if it's just going to be too much of a pain to deal with there. Okay, that'll work. Okay. And then this page, I should do a belly band. You're going to lay down after the live. So see how much thicker we're getting already. Okay. Let's do a belly band. And this, grab this paper right here. I'm going to do a wider belly band. Make a mark. Pencil. Okay. Man, I'm stingy with this paper. I don't want to give up the whole piece. I'm going to trim it down. Sorry, not sorry. Let's cut that down to 1 inch. It's still funny. Thank you. And then we'll put, I don't have any more written down recipes, so we'll put a little placeholder here with the blank ones. Isn't that perfect? La la la. I feel like I need another decoration right here, but I'm just gonna resist temptation and we'll go here. So this is also a pocket, so I definitely want a decoration there. Let's see what else I have here. I have another bird. Because guys, look at this bird. But the problem here is he's too big. And I really don't want to lose any of this background. I don't really care to do people that much. Not nice looking people. Funky looking people, I'm good. Let's see what else I have in the pile. Could do the dog in the snow. So I like the OGs. This dog, you guys. Isn't this hilarious? I'm going to do a DOG. Think it through. How do I want to handle that? I think I'm going to just trim that down. Good morning, Diane. Oh, is Gaz here? Hi, Gaz. I didn't see him come in. And let's make that a little bit fun. Grab my pinking shears. I never get those straight. These are papers by Art House Whimsy. They're in the Christmas section. There are winter ones. These are, I think, in the winter ones. So there's winter and there's Christmas. So that's over on Etsy. I don't have an affiliate, but I do shop there a lot. And she has sales, so her prices aren't cheap, friends. But I mean, if you compare it to what it would cost you in terms of supplies needed to create something like this yourself, not to mention the time it would take to color the doggone thing. There, that just made it a little bit more fun. You know what, I should, and although I'm not really inking a lot in here, I really should ink the edges of that. It really needs it to stand out against this. Or it needs a pink piece of, oh, you know what? It needs a pink piece of paper behind it is what it needs. That's exactly what it needs. Time is it? Ooh, goodness. Oh gosh, yes, I absolutely adore Art House Whimsy. Oh, I get bad. I have to avoid it sometimes. Okay, I've got a scrap here. I'm just going to glue this down and then tear. So I know that they're AI generated images. It's not, I'm not going to stress about it too much. Because they did a good job. Whoever's brains figured out this AI did a good job. Because I try to do AI, and like I'm trying to do it in Canva, which really isn't that great. Where is my tear ruler? Could have sworn that it was here somewhere. Where are you? Somewhere. Somewhere, somewhere. Oh. I know it's buried in this pile. It has to be. But it's not. Okay. There it is. I was right. Actually, I like to do it this way. Don't slip. You know what? Heck with that. I'm just going to hand tear it. I'll try again. Try again. Yeah, tear roller's got a little funky edge on it that I can get it, a little sloppy edge going. Yeah, that makes them stand out. And we'll pocket that thing. You can put small things inside that pocket. This, I swear, doing these parts is what takes the longest when you are doing a journal. Get him down a little bit. And where'd that package of rub-ons go that I just felt underneath me? Just for the heck of it. Give him a little bit of color. This little guy right here. These rub-ons are Stamperia Nutcracker series. Good morning, Talina. Did you catch my replay from last night? I showed your card that you sent me, your magical card, and I told everyone that I was going to try and deconstruct it without taking it apart and figure out how it was done because it was so cool. I'll never find my tweezers. That just adds a little touch of color there for him. He needs to be down right here. Okay. Find an empty recipe card. Where are you guys? Here you are. Yeah, some gorgeous stuff. My favorites are the oddities ones and the steampunk ones. I just love them. So recipe card can go in here. Good, you can still see it. If I was to do that one, I would do a tab on it. Let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm looking for a scrap. A usable scrap that I know is here because I just saw it a moment ago. Fold that in half. Where's my stapler? There you are. And we'll tab it over here so that I can write a recipe title over to the other side. Okay, be like that. There, that way I could grab it. So we've gotten wider by a lot. Okay, blank page. This can be another pocket page, another blank page. And then we're at the next signature, which I love this dragonfly. Um, anyway, that's it for today. Run out of time. Where is my glue pen? Did I figure out how to use the white tabs to? Yes, but it took me a minute, and I was showing it last night. I was like, wait a minute, what is this wizardry? Where is that card? I know it's sitting right here. Because, like I said, I want to see if I can figure out how you made it. So it opens like this, friends. And this opens, right? That's the back. So you'd think that's all there is to it, right? No. If you, there's also this right here. Morning, Yvette. I'm just signing off, but showing off this card that Delina sent me. And then if you have it open like this, it won't open out the other way. So it's a trick. It's a trick. It's a trick. Isn't that neat? Hey, Mary. I hope you're feeling better, friend. Anyway, I will either continue this offline. I've got a couple of DT projects I need to be working on. So what I end up typically doing is putting the whole thing away and then not taking it out until next Friday, which, you know, obviously gives me a topic and something to do. I want to make charms for this, um, using my shrink plastic because it's fun. But I appreciate you guys' time, and I hope you have a great weekend. Hopefully, I'll see you around the rooms. I always hope to be at Craft Roulette, but don't always make it. You know what often happens is Mike wants to come in and visit with me, and I just feel bad saying, get the heck out of my room. So, yeah. Anyway, and as I mentioned yesterday, last night in my live, I will be live Sunday night at 6 Central. Is it 6 Central? 7 Eastern, Christy? On the Making Cards with Friends. Is that what it is? Yeah. Channel. Joining Walter, I guess, and Christy and Melissa, maybe. I'm not sure. Andrea. I'm not sure who's going to be there, but I know I will. So, anyway, take care, everybody. Don't forget to, those things. Bye.